Picture a midnight research trip on a small boat. Waves like whispering neurons, and a sky so clear you could map the stars like neural networks. You are not hunting fish. You are mapping pleasure the way a marine biologist maps coral. Careful, curious, and scientific. Somewhere below the surface, an old captain's map marks an X with the words G-spot, a legend, a rumor, a reef that glows only for some. Tonight, you will treat it like fieldwork. Start like any good scientist. Prepare your lab. Soft light. Agreed signals, clean tools, lubrication, like a calm sea. Consent is your chart data. Communication is the compass. Decide roles, safety words, and the protocol for pause. Keep notes, log temperature, position, breathing, and verbal feedback. Treat every session as an experiment, not a mission. Think of the body as a coastline. Tides of arousal change the landscape. The area we call the G-spot behaves like a dynamic reef, sometimes resilient, sometimes dormant, sometimes revealing bioluminescent sparks under the right conditions. Sensitivity varies. Anatomy books call it a debated zone of tissue and nerve ending. Phenomenologists call it an experience that shifts with mood, hormones, and attention. Those are true. Your job is to map. Use multisensory stimuli as your survey tool. In marine surveys, use sonar, light, and taste tests. In pleasure mapping, use breath, sound, pressure. Vary them deliberately. Make one pass with slow breath focus, another with rhythmic pulses of attention, another with whispered narratives or music that reminds you of deep water. Note which combinations produce responses and which do not. Treat every variation as data, not a verdict. Introduce pelvic floor training as your submersible controls. Strengthen and relax those muscles as you would test an engine. Kegels, reversals, and timed contractions change the internal topography. They can build awareness and tune responsiveness. Many researchers report that adding this control increases the likelihood of noticing subtle sensations. Now for the folklore. Sailors once swapped tales of a hidden pearl that responds only to certain tempos and scent. Try sensory pairings like a familiar scent, a tender tone, or warm compresses to the belly. Observe. Sometimes the mind needs a key, a song, a phrase, a memory to unlock sensation. These are not tricks. They're associative cues that alter attention and arousal pathways. Remember hygiene and safety. Use clean gloves or toys designed for internal use when appropriate. Never force. If discomfort arises, stop and reassess. Keep an eye on emotional responses as well as physical. For researchers, qualitative notes matter as much as physiological markers. Close the night like a good field team. Deep. Share impressions, compare logs, celebrate small discoveries, and acknowledge no result. The ocean of human desire is wide and changeable. Some reefs glow wildly, some do not. Both outcomes advance knowledge. So, take your captain's map, your notebook, for curiosity, and your consent-driven protocol. Map patiently. Vary your stimuli like the scientist varies light and sound. Treat mythology as hypothesis, not gospel. The greatest discoveries happen when rigorous method meets a touch of wonder.